this thing give you? Oh, that's cute. God, I'm ugly. Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's Wednesday, April the 16th, and as you can tell by the echo, we're standing in a clean, empty shop. We did some spring cleaning in here yesterday, scrubbed the floors up pretty good, and that was that. We're just kind of waiting for some ground to dry up so we can plant some soybeans, and that's going to happen today. It's a big day for us. We're going to get our first field of soybeans in. I have a lot of questions all the time about what's the insurance date, yada yada. Well, if you've been around here a while, you know that we don't really care about insurance plant dates because we're always planting before them. You lose your replant, but a lot of seed companies already have that built in, at least on the row crop side, the corn and bean side. So what do? You just go. You got to go. The forecast next week looks pretty bad. 'Tis what it is. So if we can get a few beans in this week, I'll be pretty happy. Might try to get a little corn in Thursday, Friday. See how things go today. So we're going to run over and get hooked onto the Brant conveyor and start a semi. And I think whenever Skylar gets here, we'll take off. He's the bean planting man. We'll take off and get going. Come on. Oh, never mind. Look at that. I should have known Skylar was on top of it. It's pretty much full of gas. Oh, all right. Never mind. We'll just hook it up. I love this thing. I had one 5 years ago, 10 years ago, really. I don't know when they came out. Worth every penny. So handy to just run them around. They move a lot of grain pretty fast, too. So I got soybeans on that blue semi there. And that's what we'll be planting out of today is that truck. I've got 08 and 06 Steins on it, group zeros. We like the early ones. I got 13s on the tender, and that'll be all we plant, just 3 numbers this year. Normally, I don't know. It gets to be too confusing if I'm picking bean numbers and somebody else is planting them, so I found it best to just pick 3 good ones and turn them loose. Just tell them what fields they got to be in, and it'll work just fine. We're gonna get the old Ford F-150 hooked to that conveyor. Should probably start this truck too. Takes 40 minutes to air up. Looks like we're gonna do it. Skylar's getting all set up, ready to rock and roll. Plant some beans. With our newly optimized quad track gearbox and engine optimization and a little bit of a horsepower bump, get her up there in the 500s. It's a real peach. I don't know who got it all muddy. Too bad. Load them up.
I don't want too bad, but it's kind of a two-man job, ain't it?
Here today, just slamming some beans into the ground. First field of the year. It's the only one that we could find that was dry enough. So we're gonna put some in when we can. Out here straddling the corn rows from last year. It's working pretty decent. It was planted with wasp, or last year the corn was planted with RTK. And I'm just using wasp, so it's a little bit of nudging to keep it right on, but wanders just a little bit, but it's good enough. It's working pretty good. Here using this tractor after it's been, the engine and transmission have been optimized, so it's running really well. You can't even feel this thing back there on this tractor. It's just nothing to it, but it's nice to not have to worry about anything slowing you down much. It floats right over any spots that might be just a hair wet yet. But it's out here working really well. We'll keep going.
Out of there. Come here. Go sit down.
Checking, I sprung a leak on a hydraulic hose, so we're gonna have to get that fixed. It's leaking pretty bad here.
Well, Skyler blew a hose. Well, he didn't blow a hose. He's got one pissing out a stream of oil. It's a really poor design. They run down the frame. You'll see them. And they flex and fold and stretch with the planter when you turn it around and kind of like compress the hitch and pull the hitch out. It's like the worst possible design. I mean, a kindergartner could have come up with a better design than that. So it's like taking a piece of wire and bending it back and forth a bunch of times. It's gonna break eventually. So everything was going pretty good though. The soil's in nice shape. The corn stalks aren't pushing. Everything's working pretty good. Openers are sharp. So other than this little hose, which is a minor inconvenience, they're a pain in the ass. It'll take us a couple hours to get this thing out. You'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. So I was thinking maybe if it dried off good today, I got 2 places I could potentially plant some corn, but now they're talking snow on Friday. I don't know. Today's Wednesday the 16th. I don't know what to do yet. I usually don't like to plant corn if it's going to get down to 25 degrees and within the first 48 hours in snow. If it was going to stay warm like they were talking and just rain, I would have maybe planted. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I might still do it. You never know. You never know. But it needs all of today yet to finish drying off, and then it would probably go. But first, we got to deal with this. What do you think? Which one is it? This one? That's the one I was pointing at. Pretty bad. Of course, this one's probably not spliced, is it? Anywhere. I was just telling the camera how stupid this is. You didn't get it straight? Or just at least pull your hitch back straight, maybe? Yeah, maybe, probably. Yeah, it'll be easier. Oh, what a piece of shit. Bad planter. I always say the only thing worse than owning one case planter is owning two case planters. And thankfully we have two. I can't imagine what it'd be like to own three. All kinds of misery. I'll show you what we're talking about here, how this stretches and pulls and all the good stuff now. You'll see it come around here. You see that? And then this gets straight. Well, you can see where the hoses are pulling right there to begin with. That's less than ideal. No wonder they're leaking. Well, progress is being made. We're almost semi-professional at this job. We've taken enough of these out. Fix them. Splice them. All the dumb spots. So you don't have to take 40 feet off every time. This one's an original. It's my cutter here. Hopefully down here and not up there, because that'd be a treat. I got hooked onto the land roller for the time being. I don't know, I'll probably jump on this for a while. Probably turn it over to Dylan so you get a little practice with it. I'll go make sure it's gonna work. Gotta grab my drone and stuff too. See how it goes. This guy's working on a hose, getting a new hose made. We'll go put that on here in a minute. And hopefully get the bean planter going again. Damn thing. Wouldn't be a first day out if we didn't have at least one flat tire, which we do on the tractor, one blown hose, and one dead battery this morning on the truck, which started fine yesterday, but it was dead this morning. So what do you do? Back with a hose. It on. We're going to clear back to that block. What do you need? Oh, okay. Now the fun part. Pull it back on. You're back in the probably can't hear nothing with fucking wind anyway. Everybody thinks you do all the work, so we're gonna let them. Alright, I better help. Okay. Crisis averted. Back to it. Hopefully that's it for hoses today. Those are a pain in the ass. Quite possibly the worst design Case IH has ever had. Terrible. So we got this right way. Shit. 2022 I think. Got it brand new. Never had a nice roller. Love this thing. You don't have to get out and pull the pins or anything. It's all hydraulic. Locking. It's amazing. Locks the pins, unlocks the pins, everything. No work at all. Just sit in the cab, make a lazy grain farmer out of anybody. Alright, I think that's everything that we got. We'll get the drone up in a little bit here. Make sure we're doing this right first. Alright, looks like everything's locked. Skylar's planting. See, I got this all figured out. Rolling's the easy job. So I run the roller. I plant most of the corn because I'm fussy about where it goes, but I don't particularly love running that 1240, so I'll let anybody have that job. Okay. We got our nicely newly optimized 470. Plenty of horsepower. About 300 more than we need, but we don't care. I'd rather have extra than not enough. We're gonna roll our way into oblivion here. Get these corn stalks a blowing today. It's always my favorite. A lot of guys pro-till them or whatever in the fall, and they all blow away in the fall. I like to wait till the spring and hit them with the roller once and smooth them off, and then get it blowing that way. It's a little bit more fun. Nah, they hold pretty good. A lot of guys don't understand the no-tilling thing. We don't have any road cleaners or anything on that 15-inch planter. It'd be impossible, I think. They'd probably make a kit for them. I hate the ones on the 30 already. I don't know. I just don't see any point to work the corn stalks when you can just plant them. Never made a lot of sense to me. But I know guys will say they gotta work them. I don't know. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna put you away. Get the drone set up. I don't know if you can see it. There's a rock right there. Now I could get out and pick that, which I should, and we did pick rock out here. A lot of people don't understand the roller, but if you farm where there's rocks, there's another rock here. We'll see if we can see it this way. Now we're gonna hit it with the roller. Wait for it. There you go. Push her down. Push her down. Put them back in the ground. They're better off there anyway. That's why we quit doing so much tillage. Got tired of picking rocks. Okay, now I'm actually gonna put you down.
rows all put back together and still going back and forth out here. Got about 67 acres done according to climate. But I'm really liking this engine and gearbox optimization that we got on here. Power wise, it didn't really need it at all for this application, but you definitely notice the gearbox and the shifting is a lot smoother. And doing a really good job, but power wise it sure didn't need it because with this little planter, but definitely feel like you can't feel it at all back there now. Well, Casey got bored and decided to come out here and chase me around with the roller. You know, catch up in no time. Got 10 more feet. Should go about as fast as he feels like sitting in the seat.
Pretty sure he wants to race. Rolling along, rolling along. Some nice drone footage. Probably get a little bit more here in a minute. Dylan's gonna come switch out with me. I'm gonna go run water through the fertilizer system on corn planter, and I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Maybe go check fields one more time and then decide if I'm gutsy enough to plant corn, which is probably a no the way the forecast looks now. You just don't want it to be cold and wet 2 or 3 days after that seed gets on the ground. So it's been on my mind all day. It's always a decision you gotta make, you know, like do you roll the dice on it to get some corn in the ground and beat some weather, or do you wait for the rain and snow to pass through, and you know, you just kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't sometimes. It makes nice footage with both tractors out here going together. Up over 100 acres on the day now. It's been going good except for that hose that blew or was leaking. Seems like this thing, every time it gets enough trash built up around the meters, it starts messing up how much seed's coming out. A lot of them are reed up higher. After you've been going a while and get enough trash built up. I don't know if that's just this planter thing or if it's all these 1245s do that. But seed sensors are, well, it's pretty old technology, even though it's not, doesn't seem super old, but technology came a long way in the last 15 years. So this stuff is pretty dated. It takes quite a while for the seed sensors to pick up the seed coming off of the end rows. And I don't know how accurate they really are, but
they do show you if there's seed coming out or not, but I wouldn't bet much on their accuracy. But she puts beans in the ground. Gonna go check and see what we got left for seed in here. Getting close to running out of dry ground, so I don't want to be putting too much more than I have to in either, but I don't think I have enough to finish. I might have enough. Don't have too much more, just to the end of them trees.
Well, we're just looking around here. Boys are putting beans in. I'm checking to see everything that's going to corn. Just, man, it could really use one more day of drying, or at least out here. Might be able to get across the road. We're gonna go look out there. I don't know. One forecast says no rain. Next forecast says 2/10 of rain. It's always a struggle trying to decide what to do next. You know, you don't want to get. Well, I hate getting loaded up and then leaving the liquid fertilizer set for a week if you get rained out with a planter full of seed. Especially right now, this early, it's so unpredictable. If we had a good, clear stretch, I'd sure get fired up to do something. But on the corn side, I don't. I guess you didn't get to see me talking there, which is probably fine. This one's pretty close, though. Maybe like tomorrow, you know. Maybe tomorrow it would go. Just gotta get rid of a couple more mud holes, and we'll really be on to something. Well, this one's kind of the same way. Just one more day. One more good drying day, she'd go. There's just too many little but big enough sized tacky spots that just kind of make a mess. Goodness gracious, sprayer ruts for days. See, there's some tacky ground right through here. Like, it's really firm, it's holding you up, but we're just gonna slit trenches and mud up the planter. It's too early for that nonsense. It ain't May 25th. So close, so close. We'll get there.
Had a row that said it's not planting here, so I came back to check it out. I don't know if you can hear me, I guess, but the drive chain popped off. Get that put back on and get back after it. Up out here on this piece that I've been working on, 116 acres. Hopefully we'll miss a couple rains here, and we'll be back out here shortly to do the rest of this. Show you the process of folding this thing up. I'll shut all my hydraulics down first here. Shut all the fans and vacuums off. Fold it here. Razor all the way up.
to the farm.
Just rotate the bar. Works pretty good for going down the road. It's not super long to the wheels there where you pivot, but it's a lot of weight on those four wheels in the middle, and a lot of weight on the little center bushing. And sometimes it feels a little sketchy, but it does good. That's all there is to it. And now you're home. Going down the road, this thing will bounce pretty good, but I don't know if I'm just kind of used to it, or if I should probably slow down. But if you hit a big enough bump, it'll get to shaking you pretty good. But you just close your eyes and look back forward, and it doesn't even bother. You get where you're going eventually. Just got back to the yard here. Nice, pretty good day one. Not too much eventful stuff happened. I don't know. I always like when we can find like one field a little earlier and just start without too much pressure of having to get everything done at once. Just get one out of the way and see what breaks, because something always breaks.
Quick little change of plans. Went and got the floater. We own this 2/3, 1/3 with our neighbor. They're about, I don't know, 15 miles away. So rolling this puppy home. I gotta spread this swamp here yet, but there's water out in the middle of it, so that's gonna wait. And then just a little bit of strip till to go, like less than 50 acres, but it's soft yet. It's a little soft in places, and I don't want to rut up my strip till. So that's what's going on right now. Boys are planting rolling beans. I'm essentially goofing off. Turn robots mode engaged, if you will. That's what they call it in Texas. Here's a scoop diddly. You've just watched our YouTube video, obviously in its entirety. You didn't skip, you didn't fast forward, you loved it. And you're like, oh man, I should give this a thumbs up, and I should definitely leave a comment. A really nice one, because we have fragile egos and we're very sensitive, so we don't want to be told that we're doing things wrong or that we should buy John Deere's. But any Hooters, this is the end of the video. We're very grateful that you watched it in its entirety, and that you gave us a thumbs up, and that you subscribed to our channel. And we are probably not going to be planting anything for a day or two. We really need a little bit more sunshine. I did not get to the corn planter today. I'll do it in the morning if it's not raining. I have time. I have plenty of time. But we did get a taste. We got some beans planted. We got them rolled, and got everything moved home just in case it does rain or snow. They're talking snow. We don't know. But anyways, share this with a friend. If you enjoyed it, share it with your family, whatever you want to do. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.